It's the Daley Dash with Dash Daily. Tonight, the prediction game, the B team, and more. And now, the man who definitely needs an introduction, Dash Daily.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daley Dash. So, President Trump is on his big trip to the UK right now to celebrate the Normandy landings in World War II. And mostly it's going great, but there's a couple of silly little protests. They're not as big as they were hoping them to be, but there's a couple of silly protests, and they've got this big giant blow-up balloon of President Trump as a baby. And I was just thinking, I'm sure they intended it as an insult, but it's kind of a pro-life message when you think of it, because babies are just, babies are just pro-life. They just are. So they're unwittingly, I'm sure, they're sending a anti-abortion message. So there you go. Okay, let's play the prediction game. So lots of pundits like to make predictions, and if they get them right, they brag about them, and if they get them wrong, well, maybe they mention them, maybe they don't. So we're going to be doing that, but we're going to have a little fun with it. We're going to keep track of every prediction I make, and if, keep track of what I get right and what I get wrong. Like a game, So if I get it right, I'll be rewarding myself with a delicious cup of hot coffee, but every prediction I get wrong, I will be consoling myself with a delicious cup of hot coffee. So there you go. So I guess prediction number one, it's the obvious one, the one everybody's probably thinking about. Will Donald Trump win presidency for a second term in 2020? So prediction number one, Donald Trump will be re-elected in 2020 as President of the United States. So that's number one prediction. Okay, now let's move to prediction number two. Who will Trump be running against in 2020? And my prediction is that it will be either Bernie or Biden. That's my prediction of who will be the Democrat nominee. So why Bernie or Biden? Well, let me sum it up this way.
Millionaire and his wife, a movie star.
Here it comes.
And the rest are here on Gilligan's Island.
Did you catch that? And the rest. I mean, there's just a bunch of other candidates, and they all just seem like, they just seem like and the rest, honestly. I think it's going to be Bernie or Biden. Okay, Biden's a fairly obvious choice, but you might say, why do I think Bernie's got a chance? Well, Bernie, he might be a communist socialist, but he's actually got quite a few fans. You might remember this from 2016.
What are you working on?
Bernie math. I'm not saying anything about him as a candidate. I'm just saying he's not currently winning, and it's really weird that you have a completely different narrative.
I think you aren't factoring in how much I want him to win.
Uh-huh.
If you do that and you remember that Obama came from behind, then you can see that actually all those superdelegates moved to Bernie.
Why does that do anything? Because you said we're not supposed to count the superdelegates.
Oh, yeah, no. You count superdelegates if they're for Bernie.
This doesn't make any sense.
Or how about this?
Bye, Bernie.
So I think Bernie's still in there with a shot. He won't beat Trump, of course, but I think one of those two guys will be the Democrat nominee. One other thing, have you noticed how many of the nominees, Democrat nominees, have names that start with the letter B? You've got, Bernie and Biden, of course, but also there's Buttigieg, Booker, Beto, and then there's even a couple more. There's a Michael Bennet, there's a Steve Bullock, there's a Bill de Blasio, that's two Bs. It's almost like
In 2019, a crack team of stone-cold losers launched their campaign. Today, they survive on junkets and campaign contributions. If you love America If you like low unemployment and if you like jobs, maybe you should not vote for the B team.
Good night, everybody.